Okay, today we'll start with Model 3, that is vapor power cycle. We'll just have the introduction about vapor power cycle, its block diagram, TS diagram, and just derivation about the efficiency. Okay, now what is vapor power cycles? Vapor power cycles generally found their application in steam power plants. Now, what are steam power plants? Steam power plant is the devices where we generate steam. How we generate the steam? By converting the heat energy into mechanical work. What is the heat energy? The heat energy is present in the steam and that is converted into mechanical work, that is turbine work. Now you can see that I'm having a block diagram of a vapor power cycle or a steam turbine. Now see here, what is there? I'm having a furnace, a boiler is there, turbine is there, condenser is there, pump is there. Now what is a furnace? A furnace is a device that generates heat. Now this heat is taken into the boiler. I'm supplying heat. Heat is supplied into the boiler. What is a boiler? A boiler is a device that converts heat energy, that converts water to steam. Okay, there are various types of boilers that are available. For example, water tube boilers are there, fire tube boilers are there, different types of boilers are there. Okay, now see here in this boiler what I am going to do, I am going to take the heat from this furnace and water is already circulating inside, so it converts the water into steam. Now at the outside, okay, this is outlet of the boiler, there is high pressure high temperature steam, that is saturated steam. There are different types of steams are there. One is steam that is having water particles, another is dry steam or saturated steam, another is super saturated. Now here there is super saturated steam, there is high temperature high pressure steam that is coming out of this boiler. Now this high pressure high temperature steam comes inside the turbine. What is a turbine? A turbine is a device. What does the turbine does? It converts this heat energy into mechanical work. Means what? The shaft rotates and this shaft is in turn connected to the generator. Now see this W work. See now what is WT? WT is positive because I am getting the output from this. Now after expanding this steam into the turbine, the steam that is coming out of this turbine will be wet steam. What is wet steam? The steam, it contains water particles, so it is known as wet steam. Now why it is wet? Because the temperature is decreased and almost the temperature of that steam is decreased, so steam will get converted into water particles. So this liquid plus vapor steam comes into the condenser. Now what is a condenser? A condenser is a device that condenses, that means it reduces the pressure. Once the pressure reduces, the phase change takes place. Now see here, at this and in this stage there is liquid plus vapor. After coming out at this point, it should be complete what? It should be complete water. Practically it is not possible, but theoretically it should be water. Now this water is taken into the pump. What is a pump? A pump increases the pressure, pump is pumped back, this water is pumped back to the boiler and this cycle repeats. Now you can see here this is pump, so I should have WP, that is pump work. This WP is always what? Negative, because I am supplying the work for this, and this is always a positive. Now you can see that turbine work is positive and pump work is negative. WP is minus and there is heat rejection here. So you can see Q2 is heat rejected and Q1 is just applying the heat is supplied. Now this will be your what? A block diagram for power cycles. Now see here, you can see what I have written from the first law of thermodynamics. What I can say, the amount of heat supplied should be equal to work done. Okay, now what is what is net? Q net here, heat supplied in the boiler and heat rejected in the condenser, that is QH minus QL. Then what is W net? Work done in the turbine minus work that is coming out of the pump. So these are already specified here. What is QH, what is QL, what is WT, what is WP. Now what is efficiency of cycle? We know that efficiency cycle equals to W net upon heat supplied. So what is W net? WT minus WP upon QH, or we can also write as heat supplied minus heat rejected upon heat supplied. So it will be 1 minus QL upon QH. Now see here, which cycle we are using here? Theoretically we are using which cycle? We are using Carnot cycle. Now see here, I have drawn here TS diagram, that is a temperature entropy diagram. Now see here, you can see in this diagram there are one line like this. It's coming, this dome is there, right? This is one line and this line. Okay, this region, that is 1, I have written here 1. What this 1 indicate? It is saturated liquid line. 1 is nothing but saturated liquid line, whereas this 2, that region 2 indicates saturated vapor line. Okay, now see what is this point? The point where the saturated liquid line touches the saturated vapor line is a critical point. What it is? Critical point. Now see here, this region, okay, the region beyond the dome will be always what? It is liquid here. Okay, once I'm increasing temperature, once the temperature is increased, this vapor, this liquid converted into vapor. Now this phase is what? In this inside phase I'm having liquid plus vapor, and this region beyond this point is always vapor. So this region is always super saturated. Okay, see here at this point what happens here, this as the temperature increases, this phase, there is phase change taking place. Okay, what is it phase change? As now as the temperature increases, the diagram does not increase, the temperature is constant at this point. Means though I'm applying heat is applied, okay, but the temperature is constant. Why? Because there is phase change taking place. What is phase change? Phase means I'm converting liquid to vapor. So this at this point temperature remains constant. How much of temperature you apply? If suppose if the temperature is 100 degrees Celsius, it remains 100 degrees Celsius though we are applying heat. So this will be phase change. This is your TS diagram. This dome you understood. This is for Carnot cycle. But practically it is not possible for us to obtain exact water at this point. And if I'm having steam particles, what happens, this pump will erode, blade of this pump will erode. So what we are going to do, there are practically few difficulties in your Carnot cycle. We cannot use it. So what I will do another one cycle, that is nothing but Rankine cycle. Okay, now see here, this theory is there. This theory is available for us. It is available in the PDF. You just go through once and understand why we are using Rankine cycle. Now see the block diagram. Now you can see here the block diagram for Rankine cycle is similar as that of your Carnot cycle. Now see the PV diagram changes. See the PV diagram. What is the change here? See. Okay, now you can see here, if I draw one line, see if I draw one dotted line at this point, this cycle is nothing but Carnot cycle. Yes, so these two stages, that is this process, this line and this line is constant, is similar to that of Carnot cycle. What is the extra line, what is extra protruding here? This point, this line 1 to 4, what is that? I am condensating such that this steam is completely converted into water. Okay, that difficulty is overcome by using Rankine cycle. I am completely converting this steam to water. This 4 to 1. Again this process will continue. This is 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. Now see here I have written a dash and there double dash. Okay, if it is 2 dash means what? The steam is in saturated condition. If it is 2 double dash, it means it is super saturated. Okay, this is nothing but the Rankine cycle. See simple Rankine cycle you can see in this diagram. Okay, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Okay, now if the point is at this, it means what? The condition is that the steam is in the initial state is at saturated liquid condition. At this point, if the point is at this state, it means that it is in vapor state. If it is here, it is mean that is dry saturated state. Okay, now see here, this all the theory which is written, just please go through the notes is given, you can easily understand. This is for your purpose. Now see here, what is QH? QH is heat supplied. What is that? And energy entering is H2 minus H1. What is H? H means enthalpy. Enthalpy at state 2 minus enthalpy at state 1 is nothing but heat supplied. What is energy entering the turbine? WT. Work done in the turbine is equal to what? H2 minus H3. See this is the formulas which can write by using steady flow energy equations. By neglecting kinetic energy and potential energy, we can write like this. QH is equal to H2 minus H1. WT is equal to H2 minus H3. Heat rejected is equal to H3 minus H4. Pump work WP is equal to H1 minus H4. Now see here, what is the efficiency now of Rankine cycle? Same, it is W net upon heat supplied, WT minus WP upon QH. What is WT? WT is nothing but H2 minus H3, WP H1 minus H4 upon QH. QH is what? H2 minus H1. Okay, this is efficiency of Rankine cycle. Now here we can also write, what is that? dQ is equal to TdS, or TdS is equals to dH minus VdP. Now if I am considering the process as adiabatic, adiabatic means asymptotic. What is constant here? Entropy remains constant, so ds becomes 0. So what I can write? dH is equals to VdP. What is V? V is specific volume. What is dP? Change in pressure. Or we can write H1 minus H4 equals to V4 into P2 minus P3. Because for efficiency, Rankine will be what? H2 minus H3 upon H2 minus H1. Okay, now this is okay. Now see here, if I draw the TS diagram for the cycle for the network, now see diagram. You can see this TS diagram for Rankine cycle. Now see, what I have written here, QH area 1564. See, 1564, this complete area is nothing but QH. Where is the heat rejected? Heat is rejected in process 3265. So the W net QH minus QL. Then it is equals to QH minus QL give you W net. Now see here I want to write the steam rate, capacity of steam rate. Formula is steam rate is equals to 1 upon shaft output. Another net work. So 1 upon WT minus WP. So 1 upon WT minus WP, if it is in kilojoules per kg. If I want to write in kilowatts per hour, I should multiply by 16 to 60. It's 3600. So it will go up. 3600 WT minus WP is in a kilojoule per kilowatt hour. That is nothing but what? Steam rate or steam specific steam consumption is equals to 3600 upon WT minus WP. If I want to write work ratio, what is work ratio? Net work upon positive work. So it is net work H2 minus H3 upon H2 minus H4 upon positive work or pump work. There is nothing but H2 minus H3. This is your work ratio.